Hey guys, today we are making our slow cooker pepper jack chicken and showing you Joshua Tree National Park here in California, all while having a whole lot of fun.
The button only goes two ways. It took me 3 times to get it.
Posse, welcome back to my camper kitchen. I am getting ready to throw together a quick and easy meal so we can come back to the camper this evening after a day of exploring Joshua Tree National Park and have a yummy dinner waiting for us. This is a dish I have made in the crock pot and on the stovetop for years. It's just kind of it just tastes real good kind of recipe. So it has some interesting different ingredients, so we'll see what you guys think. I just threw this together one year ages ago whenever I was looking for a yummy dinner, and we love it. So we have 3 to 4 pounds of chicken in the slow cooker, so you can use chicken breast if you want. It'll probably cook a lot shorter period of time, just how you normally cook chicken breast. For me, I've got about 3.5 pounds of chicken, boneless, skinless chicken thighs here in my slow cooker, my Ninja. And to that, I am going to add a teaspoon of onion powder. Sprinkle that over the top. And a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then 2 teaspoons of cumin to give it a little bit of a smoky flavor. There we go. 1, 2. If you don't have cumin, you could use chili powder, or you could just even leave it off. I like the flavor of it. It will definitely change the flavor if you leave it out, but I would have just go get you some cumin. Salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to salt it. There's going to be lots of veggies in here, so I'll probably add a little bit more salt afterwards, after I add the veggies in. And then pepper. Now, I am going to grab out of my freezer, maybe, things get weird. Here we go. A 10-ounce package of whole frozen green beans. I've also used, there's like a butter bean mix that I used to be able to find. I can't find it as easily anymore, which has like the green beans like this, and then it has some yellow beans in it too, and I really like that mixture. But I'm going to just add that to the top here. 10-ounce bag, frozen, straight out of the freezer. To that, I have probably the equivalent of 1 bell pepper chopped up, but I've got a mixture of peppers here. I've got some yellow, I've got some red, and then I found just another pepper in the grocery store. I think it was a Cubano or something. I was really looking for poblanos or habaneros, but I couldn't. They were out of both of those, so I just grabbed one that looks similar. We've tasted it. It actually kind of tastes the one that we got a hold of, it said it could taste mild to hot, and it actually tastes very similar to bell peppers. So I'd say this is about the equivalent of maybe 1 to 1 1/3 of a bell pepper. I just chop up whatever I have on hand. That's our lunch cabbage going off in the crock pot express back there. That's a pressure cooker. We're having steaks for lunch before we head out. Anyhow, lots of going on here. And then to that, we're going to add 8 ounces of washed, sliced Bella mushrooms. Now, as you can see, maybe you can see, this is really filling up my slow cooker, which is a really good thing when we're going to be gone for a long time. because a full slow cooker cooks slower than one that's not full. And so that's going to help us buy us some time if we don't get back right at the... I'm going to set this for 5 to 6 hours on low. And it'll probably be done between 4 to 5 hours. And so it'll kick on to warm after the 5-hour mark. But it should be able to withstand it until we get home, even if we stay gone longer than that. But before I put the lid on, I'm going to put a little bit more salt because I added a ton of veggies on top. So a little bit more salt, a little bit of pepper, and a half a stick. Gotta wash my hands. Hang on, got that salt all over me. Gonna add a half stick of butter. That, of course, is optional. It's just gonna add some flavor to those veggies. So let me turn this here. I'm just slicing it up so I can spread it out. You can, of course, stir it afterwards, but I like the flavor to cook while we're gone. So just pop that sucker all across there like that. Lid goes on. I'm going to cook this, like I said, on low for 5 to 6 hours. 5 hours, definitely, with it that full. And then it'll kick over to warm until we get back. And while we're gone, enjoy tagging along with us as we go discover Joshua Tree National Park. In 3, 2, 1.
Button only goes 2 ways. It took me 3 times to get it. Let me start out by saying...
By saying what? Oh.
So y'all know by now, by seeing our little travel videos, that we're not too good about... We don't get out early. We even if we get up early, we can't get out early. It's just not... It don't work well.
We have to give ourselves grace because it's not like we're just twiddling our thumbs. We are taping food videos, we're taking photographs, we're editing the website, we're uploading video. Like, it's not that we're just going la-di-da, la-di-da. It's just we have these high expectations.
We do stuff. But even when we do all that we're talking about, we can usually be in the truck and gone by 11, maybe noon at the latest. We're just now heading towards Joshua Tree. By the way, we're in Joshua Tree National Park, by the way. We're close to it. And any Marines out there that were stationed at 29 Palms, I wasn't a Marine. Thank you for your service. God bless you. Semper Fi. But we're near there. So we're real close to the park. It's 2:40 in the afternoon, or for y'all in the military, it's 14:40 in the afternoon. We're just now getting started.
Just so you don't miss it, there's the visitor center.
Why did it have us go when you could just... Even Google's getting a late start on telling us how to get where we need to go. Anywho, we are going to take a small jaunt today in the park for a little exploration. Cris is pointing towards the visitor center because she wants to make sure that I stop at the visitor center that I'm going to stop at.
I'm sorry. It's just that it closes at 5 and I know we're not going to be back this way.
That's true. We're not even going to get into the park till 4:30, it looks like.
Anyhow.
There's sand on your backpack.
What?
There's sand on Dad's backpack. Things are falling and I don't know what's falling.
Did I mention we were having a day?
And we're a hot mess.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot mess, it's hot outside down here.
It is hot. It looks like a storm's about to come through.
Hot. Again, back home in Indiana, it's snowing. So 75 degrees that it is out here is hot. But anyway, Cris is going to go inside the park and get a few maps, and then we're going to do a little drive around the park.
Yeah.
Check out some stuff and maybe see some wildlife, maybe.
Maybe.
Guess what she saw by the trailer today?
There was a roadrunner
There
running
was no I didn't see it. I don't think it was there.
There was a roadrunner behind our camper, but Mike was talking to somebody, so I couldn't get his attention to show him. But anyhow, it was a squirrel moment in the shape of a roadrunner. But
I bet that roadrunner's eating those ants. We found that we've got a huge colony of red fire ants in the back behind the RV. So
yeah,
we are just trying to be good neighbors.
Yeah, we want to show you what all we do today. We're gonna put on our good attitudes after a very frustrating morning of everything taking so long to get done. So here we go.
It's 3 o'clock.
And
we're actually in the park. Closes at 5.
Well, no, the park doesn't close at 5. Just all the.
Oh, the visitor center is closed at 5.
What time is the park?
Well, we got plenty of time.
We got plenty of
So
time.
what? The park closes sunset? I guess.
I think most of it's day use unless you're in the campground. I think you can technically drive through it at any point in time, but they don't want you like going down some of the non-paved roads unless it's day.
All the campgrounds are full. It is the end of February. What is today? February? No, March. I mean, I've lost so much track of time. It's like what? What year is it? 1957.
We thought it was Friday for the and at one point Addie's like, "Mom, it's Thursday."
My computer clock is normally like 3 hours back. It's finally right now.
Yeah.
It's finally right.
Finally, one of us can tell time. Where were you at earlier today when we needed you?
I don't know.
But looks like it. They say it's raining up in the mountains, and we can see the clouds
up there.
Yeah, we're driving up that way. I don't know what it's going to be like when we get up there, but
I hope we're just going around to the other rocks so you guys can.
Yeah, we're just today. We've got Aki with us, and you can't take him. You can't take dogs any further out than 100 feet from where you park. So we can't go on any long hikes today. We're making arrangements tomorrow to let him go to a little spa, doggy daycare, while we go out and really hit the park hard and do some trails. Not sure what we're going to get into. I'll let you plan all that. But today is pretty much, we just want to drive out here again, and there was this giant pile of rocks that I want to climb. Don't know why, but it brings out the 10-year-old in me.
And that 10-year-old too. She's very excited. So I think they're gonna climb rocks.
We finally brought the proper shoes too.
Yeah. Yesterday we were at Sandals. She was in Crocs, and it's kind of hard to climb like that. So we both got our good shoes on today, and we're gonna try tackling about a 150, 200 foot tall pile of rocks. That's a big thing down here. There's actually like rock climbing equipment in some of the rocks where people scale.
That's
sides
not
of
the kind
cliffs.
of rocks you guys are climbing on.
No.
You're gonna just
like the piles of rocks.
Yeah.
Piles of different rocks.
But that's the thing about Joshua Tree versus like Big Bend, is the way that the mountains were formed.
These are climbing.
It's just different. So there were like chambers of magma, and they cooled, became giant like layers of granite, and then over time, the mountains rose, which pushed the rocks up and broke them apart. And then erosion and water, like, smooth them. So they really do. They just like giant piles of boulders that somebody's pushed up with a bulldozer. But it's actually that's the way the mountains were formed out here. We did take a little jaunt yesterday out through here and went to a place called Keys View.
Yes.
Which is about a mile up in the air, and you could see for miles and miles and miles. The Salton Sea is at like about halfway down your view, and it's 35 miles away, and it looks like a little pond you could chuck a rock in from the top, but it's actually from here at least a half hour, 45-minute drive, and you could see it plain as day from that view. There's a mountain that's 95 miles away. They say on a clear day you can see the peak of. The tallest mountain in Southern California, you can see the peak of it whenever the clouds aren't covering it. And then for the stuff that's close by, there's Joshua trees everywhere. So
Yes.
this park is aptly named,
Yes.
and it's beautiful.
Yes.
Even on a kind of a cloudy, looks like could possibly be a rainy day.
Yeah, it's looking pretty dark out there.
Yeah,
But they're gonna go rock hopping. I think that's almost more.
Jumbo Rocks.
Yep. Jumbo Rocks is a campground that's got a lot of big rocks in it.
Is that
Octavia,
the one that has penguins
I think so, maybe.
out?
We'll check it out.
And then Aki and I are gonna hang out down below, and check out things around it, either in a campground or a picnic area, and just kind of have a chill day. And then tomorrow we're gonna go on a big hike.
Tomorrow we're gonna get our sweat on.
Yeah. So here we go.
Time to go climb the big rock. Chrissy Goode!
Mom!
Hear the echo? Isn't that cool?
I go!
So me and Addie hiked from the truck all the way to here. It's probably about a 100-foot drop we had to climb up. She's pretty much pasted to the mountain right now. I didn't make it much further, but
Whenever we go down, there's going to be a lot of butt scooting.
it's a little steep right there, so I think we better call it quits for now. You ready to go down?
Yeah.
Here we go. Hey kiddo, you should be proud of yourself.
Dad and Ad are climbing all these amazing rocks around here while Aki and I are hanging out down around the picnic table. But check out this view.
So did I.
I go outside now. Somebody wants to take it.
I'll be in my room.
Okay.
Hi, Posse.
And we are back. And our chicken has cooked. I'm gonna stir it up, the chicken, with all the veggies. It smells amazing. And I'm gonna get it all stirred up before adding the final touch. And I'm sorry for the air. Hang on. Let me shut that off. Okay, so the chicken is so tender that as I stir it, it's shredding, which is really good. It smells so good. Get it nice and shredded. Perfection. Okay, so now you have a choice to make. I'm going to go on and add my cheese into the crock and just let people scoop it out. Or you could serve it up and melt the cheese over top. I just have 10 slices of pepper jack cheese that I'm going to put in there. It looks like it's 7.5 ounces. You can use shredded if you like. You could use a different kind of cheese, but then it wouldn't be pepper jack chicken. But that's up to you. So we are going to add the pepper jack cheese. And I'm just going to lay that cheese over the top here in little cramped quarters. I decided to put this stand up yesterday because I like having room for more counter space, and so that's why I put this stand up. I'm just laying them in here. You can lay them however you want. Like I said, this is 10 slices. You can use as much or as little cheese as you want. I just love the way it tastes all together. And so, now that I've got it all shredded and the pepper jack cheese on top, I'm going to turn this on high for probably just 5 minutes, maybe 10, to get it melty. And then I'm going to serve this up. So we'll let that turn back on. And we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. And we're back. My cheese is melted, and I'm going to shut this off, hopefully. I think that's what I just did. Cheese is melted over the top. The yumminess is underneath. I'm going to take a little nibble for you guys and the sake of science, as I always say. Here we go. I don't know if I got everything in there, but there's all kinds of veggies in there that we put in there. The cheese and the chicken. It smells amazing. It's cheesy, ooey gooey, and yummy. Real briefly, I just remembered, I didn't even mention that we got back from Joshua Tree. It was amazing. It actually started raining on us in the middle of the desert. We saw an amazing rainbow on the way back. That was kind of cool. It was a fun day. Addie and Mikey climbed up on the rocks, had a good time. Octavius and I hung down in the area that he was allowed in, and that was fun. It was a good, fun day after a very frustrating morning of trying to get everything out. I'm really glad we decided to go anyways, even though we were like, goodness, we're not even going to get there until late. So, but now our dinner is ready and waiting on us. So I'm going to take a little nibble and see if it tastes the way it's supposed to. This is still one of my favorite dishes. One of the things about doing what I do with the cooking blog and putting up new recipes all the time is I always forget about other recipes that I have enjoyed in the past. And this one I have made since even before my blogger days, which has been a long time ago. Before I had a website. I can't believe I never put it on here. I think I just got so busy adding a whole bunch of stuff that and testing new recipes that I forgot about this tried and true guy that we have been making for a long time. I know the green beans are an odd addition to this. It was back when I created it years ago, but I just like them in there. So you can leave them out if you don't like them, but try it. It's good. And that pepper jack cheese just adds a little bit of warmth to it all. So, yes, yes, yes. We were gone about 6 hours, so my slow cooker had already kicked over to warm. It's still, because we were using chicken thighs, it was completely fine. It just made them super tender. They're not dried out at all. If you're using chicken breast, you got to be a little bit more careful. And it might take a little less time than the 5 hours. It might take like 4. You can try that. I'd just keep an eye on it the first time you do it. But the thighs turned out great. The flavors are wonderful. I love how the cumin and the pepper jack play off of each other. It's just perfect. It's perfect for tonight because we're tired, hungry, and ready to just kind of chill out and watch a movie together as a family this evening. But we are so glad that you came along with us today and checked out Joshua Tree National Park and got something yummy for your recipe box. If you like this video, if you could give us a thumbs up, we would appreciate it. If you are not already a member of the Crock Posse, we'd love for you to subscribe and become a member of our slow cooking family. We hang out here on YouTube. We hang out on the Facebook group, which Mikey will link down below. And we also hang out over on Instagram, where we are now featuring your guys' dishes on Insta stories. So if you ever cook anything from the website, we'd love to see it. If you can email me at Cris, and hopefully Mikey will write this across here, Cris@recipesthatcrock.com. And we would love to have a snapshot of you cooking one of our dishes so we could feature it in our Instagram stories. So, as we have started saying around here, we hope that you do what we do, which is laugh often, eat good food, and speak life. Bye, guys.
If you want to see the latest, click on the left right here. If you feel like subscribing, click on the right, my dear. And if you think we're funny enough to send us money, click the Patreon link below.